Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Welcome to a very, very necessary video I had to make on Turbo. We're going to do a full update on Turbo right here. We'll talk about the amazing move that we had yesterday, which I followed the entire day. So does that mean that I missed most of the move? Yes, but personally, I mean, let's start off with something which some of you might not like here, and it's not very negative, or at least I don't mean it very negative. But this move we've seen is just very manipulated, right? I mean, if you take a look at the open interest that came in right here, if you know the historic price action by Turbo, and if you saw some of the price action yesterday as well, you know this is manipulated. Is that a problem? No, but it's something to be aware of. And personally, especially in market circumstances like these, when there are a lot of normal opportunities, I don't think it's worth it to trade a manipulated coin too much. And that's not only reflected with the open interest, but also with the volume, right? I mean, the volume is very high, and I think that's bullish. And that's also why on the medium term, I actually am bullish on Turbo. But you see a lot of volume coming from Gate. You see a lot of volume coming from 2-bit. You see a lot of volume coming from B-King, whatever that is, or what is it, Buy-King. So it's not completely manipulated because I know that Turbo still has an amazing community. And I think Turbo, if you compare to some other meme coins, was potentially a little bit undervalued, right? So it's trying to do some mean reversion in relation to the category, but overall it is manipulated. So that is also something you need to be aware of, that it can be very, very volatile. But all right, so on the higher time frames, broke above a significant level right here around half a cent or 0.005. And 0.0047, that's the most important resistance level, and that was also a very relevant level, as you can see right here, at the end of April and the beginning of May, when we also had a lot of momentum right here. But we broke out above that, rallied all the way up to this major resistance level right here at 63, so 0.0063, where you also have the yearly rolling VWAP. We touched 0.7 cents, and now we're pulling back. But ultimately, look, if you look at the price action of Turbo, especially in bullish market circumstances, I can tell you one thing, and that is that normally when it actually does rally with a lot of momentum, so September 2024 or October 2024, but also during 2024 earlier, very often it rallies again and it has these very deep pullbacks, right? So you can see right here, for example, December, same thing. And something like that, I think, is a possibility now as well, because first of all, the volume we've seen right now is not as high as it was during April, but it's still higher than it was last year. So the volume is absolutely immense. Now, what we have broken above a very strong demand zone right now at half a cent and 0.48 cents. Now, the thing is that, like I said, historically, Turbo is very, very volatile. What you can see right now is that we left a huge amount of imbalances here to the downsides, as you can see, under half a cent. And then we also have a bit of a selling off in the general markets. So I would say when we're looking at Turbo right now, that it is most likely that at least we will fill some of those imbalances so that we will pull back lower, and that then we'll find support, maybe consolidate for a bit like we've done before as well, but that then we can actually spike up again. Now, can we spike up higher than where we went first of all? That I'm not certain about, and I will definitely keep you updated on that. We need a lot of momentum for that, and we also need good markets for that. But ultimately, getting another move up, getting another spike up, I do expect into at least the value area high right here, which is around 0.58 cents. So be aware of that. But for now, like I said, short term, I'm actually bearish. I think we're going to pull back lower. My apologies for the clock in the background. I think we're going to pull back lower, but we are nearing a major support zone. And I do think from there, we will be able to find support. And I do think we'll be able to rally again. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, at least, that's what you need to know. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.